Good evening, I'm Megan Mongello.
I'm Paula Toti, in for Adam tonight. Events commemorating the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. took place all over the tri-state today.
It included a march and musical concert downtown. Our Local 12's James Pilcher is joining us live now from the National Underground Railroad Freedom Center. James?
Hey, thanks, Megan. Yeah, so the march actually started here at the Freedom Center today and worked its way through downtown. And I spoke to a lot of the participants, including the keynote speaker of that musical concert at Music Hall. And they say that the 2022 edition of MLK Jr. Day has a different feel for a lot of reasons. Monday's march wound through the streets of Cincinnati, ending at Washington Park. Cincinnati Mayor Aftab Purival took to the stage there, saying the city remains segregated and that there are two Cincinnatis. He also said the events of the last 2 years, including protests over the deaths of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor at the hands of police, plus the ongoing debate over voting rights at the state and federal level, make 2022 much different.
It does feel different because it is different. There is the fierce urgency of now to fight for access to the ballot for our black and brown communities, to fight against the gerrymandering that has disenfranchised so many of our communities across our state, and to fight for a just Cincinnati where the playing field is equal and where everyone has the same opportunities.
Monday's event by the MLK Coalition culminated in a music concert inside Music Hall, but no spectators were allowed due to COVID-19 concerns. Cincinnati civil rights activist Iris Rowley gave the keynote address for that event. She discussed how Dr. King didn't tiptoe through the sand and instead left his footprints on society. Rowley also says 2022 feels different, but she remains hopeful given the events of the last 2 years.
We've seen police be prosecuted in the court of law. We've finally seen jurors who will stand up to the letter of the law, but we also hear more people speaking out about the injustices that they have seen.
So one thing that a lot of the participants that I spoke to expressed frustration over, and this includes Hamilton County Commissioner Alicia Reese, is this ongoing debate over voting rights and voting access, a battle that many thought that they had fought and won back in the 1960s. Live in downtown, James Pilcher, Local 12 News.
James, thank you. And the Cincinnati Symphony put on a free concert today at the Freedom Center, while days of service were held by the Cincinnati Parks Department.